Hello everyone, I am your average PhD student at the university, and today I'm here again with part 2 of important things to consider when creating a presentation. So, if you haven't watched part 1 and if you really like part 1, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you haven't watched part 1, please stick to this uh, part 2 because there are a lot of other important tips that you should consider when creating a presentation. I'll also link the video description or the link in this video. Please do watch till the end. So yeah, let's get started guys. Are you excited? I am. So if you're excited, please do comment down what are the things that you would like to um, listen from me, or what are the different research tips and tricks or different skills that you want to learn. Please do comment down in the comment section so that I will be so prepared for the next upcoming video. So yeah, let's, without any further ado, let's get started. So here is the agenda for today. What is the agenda? Steps to build a presentation in a more efficient way. So this presentation or this particular video is not about creating it, but it's about giving you some idea of how to build it in a more efficient way and in a more faster way. I know there are different AI tools these days that will help you to build a presentation, but why this video is because AI tools are really very expensive. At least for me, being a student, I feel like it's very expensive. So I don't want to pay anything for my presentation. So what I do is I learn how to build the templates, right? So that's the goal, guys. So yeah, we always save money because remember to make sure to have a track on your word counts, right? So these are the things that you will understand and learn, and how these things affect your presentation. So let's get started. So here, number first thing is consistent. So throughout the entire presentation or the presentation slides, you need to be very consistent with your font size, font style, and also the font color, because these are the things that will attract the user or that will attract the audience. Because if your presentation looks very vague, like if your font size is somewhere like somewhere it's like 10, somewhere it is like 12 or 14 or 16, and if you change consistently, it would affect, because it would look very unprofessional, right? So font size matters a lot. And also the font style, like what style are you using. We normally use Times Roman. So if you're using Times Roman, just make sure to be consistent throughout the document. Don't play around with different types of font style, which will look very unprofessional. Trust me guys, because when I started building a presentation when I was undergrad, I used to make all this inconsistency in my presentation. So this is like a tips of real-time tips. So don't be inconsistent. Always make your presentation look very professional by maintaining the consistency. Apart from that, also the font color, always use black, and if it's very important, then you can use red color, but unless it is very not very important, just try to stick with red, black, sorry. So this is what I had to share with you, which I feel like it's very important, because the audience would always want your presentation to look in a very professional way. So if it's inconsistency, it will give a very unprofessional impression. So yeah, this is the first thing. That's why here the first point is consistent. Okay, let's come to the next point. Always plan your idea. Whenever you are trying to present something, be prepared. Plan your idea, what you are trying to deliver, right? It's not like you randomly one day you wake up and then randomly you go and make your presentation, da da da. Not like that. Plan your presentation, plan your idea. Draft your idea in a document. Think about what you can add or what you can remove, and how you want to explain it through flowchart or through diagram, properly what you actually want to deliver. Because right now, in 2026, maybe I would say, there are a lot of AI tools that will help you generate ideas and stuff like that. Even ChatGPT or Perplexities also gives you an opportunity to draft your ideas. So in that case, what happens is there are a lot of informations in the database, or in the Google, or in different AI tools, but your job is to pick up those informations that you actually want to explain it to the world. It's not like you have to explain everything. Pick up important points and try to explain it in a proper way. Okay. And before jumping into the presentation, what I would like to do is, because I personally do that and it's very useful, trust me, I really think that drafting your idea in a document first and then trying to prepare it in a presentation makes your presentation looks very professional, and also it saves a lot of time because you're not like trying to sit in a presentation, in a presentation here and then trying to think, oh, what should I add, what should I remove. Instead of doing that, just draft it in a document, like a like a normal paper, or maybe just like a report type of thing, and then it would just try these tips. It would help you a lot, it will save a lot of time. And I really do this. And I always prepare notes with whatever you are trying to explain, as I mentioned, right? This is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is, okay, I didn't do this, sorry. Okay. Tip number 3 is understand the concept. Okay, before you know something, I'm sorry, before you explain it to the world, you need to be aware of what you are trying to speak. It's not like you randomly come one day and then just explain something, right? No, you need to understand the concept first, and then once you know better, then you can deliver better. This is what I think. And also think different ways to determine to demonstrate the ideas, right? Sorry, to demonstrate the ideas, like how you can demonstrate in different ways. Just think about that concepts and ideas, and design it in your document, right? Like all the bullet points that you are thinking to explain, just write it down. Whatever comes into your mind, just write it down, and then search for papers that is relevant to that particular topic that you are trying to explain. Read the paper, and then try to build a summary or the bullet points from there, right? And also you can build flowcharts or diagrams to explain, and presentation here, it helps you a lot to make flowcharts, or even if you are trying to make some diagrams out of smart icons, so you can do all those things in here. You don't have to worry about anything, right? So this is something that is important. Tips number 3. Tip number 4 is draft your idea in document. As I mentioned, draft everything in a document before starting the presentation, writing it in the, or making a presentation. Draft it in a document, and this will save a lot of time. That's what I am repeatedly saying, you draft your ideas, because we don't often draft our ideas, and we just straight away jump in the presentation and we try to make, and then it become very like chaos, or it becomes very like oh, I didn't add this, oh, I had to add that as well, oh, I didn't add that, and it becomes very like messy. So instead of going to the presentation directly, I think making a document is much more better. And later on, maybe you can also send it to your PI or supervisor that this is what I documented, and this is how my presentation would look. So this becomes very professional, right? And it's like your kind of research, whatever you are doing, whatever you are trying to find out the informations from the database, or from the Google, or from PubMed, or from whatever, right? So this is what I think. Number 4 tip. Number 5 is design the template. Now, after you're done documenting everything in a documentation, right? What you do, design your template. Now you think of different designs. Okay, what color should I add in here? Okay, what sorry. Sorry guys. So yeah, you also should design your template, right? So to design your template, you can of course go check it in the internet. Just Google it, like design template for da da da, for something, for some topic, for suppose for instance design template for machine learning, or for supervised machine learning, something like that. It will give you a template of design. You don't have to copy everything, every design. It's just like an Pinterest, like just you getting an idea from there, and then you try to build on your own, right? And then those templates you can just try to see, like, okay, how do I make a introduction slide, how do I make a objective slides, and how do I make other different types of slides, right, based on your ideas that you already drafted in your document, right? So this will help you to maintain in a very systematic way, because here now you are also thinking about the font color, font size, on how you would like to design your template because designing a template is also important. And if it's like look, if it looks unprofessional, suppose you are adding some like anime type of pictures in here, which looks very unprofessional, and also like giving a different, like different types of color like blue, green, this will also look very unprofessional. Always try to stick with minimum color. This is one tips that I learned, especially in like when you're studying abroad, especially when you're not like when you're studying in America, like North America here. And for I feel like they avoid colors, but yeah, they mostly look for the content that you are in. But you can definitely add minimum color in there. It's not like you have to be very like very decorative. No, your slides should speak. It's not like you add different design and all different colors and make it more unprofessional. Always stick with black and with a very minimum design, right? Try to deliver more information in your slide, and with that, this comes to a play, that is word count. It's not like when I say that you have to be very like descriptive in your slide, which you can speak, which you can speak more details. Don't write everything, all the details, everything. No, it's not recommended. Always try to stick with very short forms or very short like word counts. I would prefer not more than 7 words in one bullet points, or that would be more overwhelming, right, for the audience. So this is one thing I learned, because word count is something we always like try to add. Okay, we'll add this information so that I don't have to speak much. And that is not the goal, guys. Presentation is all about you speaking much more than your slide should be very minimum. It's just an help for you to to say the audience that okay, I'm gonna speak about these, and you need to speak about those, right? It's not like filling your slide with a lot of information. That's what I think. Number 6 is the word count for me. And yeah, the important part here, which you all are waiting for, like the key tips for the presentation building. So yeah, first one is always plan early. Always plan early. Just remember this. Like if you plan your ideas, if you plan your presentation early in time, doesn't matter. For instance, if your presentation is in like 1 month or maybe in 2 months, okay, doesn't matter. As soon as you see, you feel like you have to build a presentation, start building it. Like plan very early. It would like you would know how it feels like when you plan early. It's like very like it makes you feel so relaxed and relieved, like if you start planning very early about building your presentation. Number 2. Okay, now before presenting it to the world, practice, right? Don't go without practicing. Practicing is must in presentation, because once you build all your presentation, you had like put all your thoughts in this presentation, and then when the time comes is to present, that is the end of the day, right? When you have to present it like a pro, like you, and for that you need to practice, of course. Without practice you cannot present, right? Because speaking is a skills and not everyone will have that skills. So for that you need to practice. That's the important thing, which I feel is very important tip when building a presentation or when presenting it to the world. Number 3 is, remember, you get better with time only if you try. Like don't think that okay, I'm very bad in making presentations, so I'm not gonna make presentation. No, just start somewhere. Start to build one, and then you see like how you like grow from there, right? Always remember, this is a tip from a graduate student, who also thought like presentation is like very overwhelming. But trust me, guys, I'm also not like a pro public speaker, but I'm learning and trying with time, right? So, what I think is, if you at least give a try, you be better with time. So, this is what I think. And if you really like my content so far, please do hit that like button and also share it with your friends, so that if whenever I upload a new video, you get some notifications about all of these. And the next video would be all the tips how we implement it with the help of demonstration. There will be like I will be showing you, like, good slides, bad slides, something like that. So stay tuned, guys. And if you really like it, thank you so much for watching me here. And I'll see you all. Bye bye. Take care.